In the mid-12th century, tensions in the Holy Land were rising, and European leaders faced mounting pressure to respond. The First Crusade, which ended with the capture of Jerusalem in 1099, had established several Christian states in the region. However, by 1144, one of the most strategically significant of these territories, the county of Edessa, fell to Muslim forces led by Imad ad-Din Zengi, the governor of Mosul. This shocking event reverberated across Europe, sparking calls for a new crusade to reclaim Edessa and reinforce the Christian hold in the East. This marked the beginning of the Second Crusade, an ambitious but ultimately troubled expedition. In 1145, Pope Eugene III issued a papal bull, Quantum Predecessors, calling on all able Christians to defend the Holy Land. It was the first crusade officially proclaimed by a pope, emphasizing the growing influence of the papacy over European kings. The call was met with enthusiasm, especially in France and Germany, where King Louis VII of France and the German Emperor Conrad III answered the appeal. These two monarchs would lead the crusading armies, making it one of the most significant mobilizations of European forces up to that point. Bernard of Clairvaux, a revered abbot and preacher, lent his voice to the cause, rallying crowds across Europe with his passionate sermons, painting the Second Crusade as both a religious duty and an honor. Louis VII and Conrad III set off separately, each facing tremendous hardships. Conrad's forces, made up mostly of German knights and infantry, took a route through Hungary and into Byzantine territory, where they faced resistance from Byzantine Emperor Manuel I Comnenus, who was wary of large foreign armies passing through his lands. This lack of cooperation, combined with the formidable natural landscape and disease, decimated Conrad's forces even before they reached Muslim territory. Louis's army, following a similar route, fared no better. Poor planning, unfamiliar terrain, and logistical issues plagued the Crusaders as they entered hostile lands. The harsh winter of 1147 further weakened them, leading to heavy losses even before the battles truly began. When the remnants of the French and German armies finally reached the Holy Land, their initial goal, reclaiming Edessa, had become unfeasible. The Muslim forces in the region were now organized and better prepared to defend against the Crusaders. Eventually, the Crusaders shifted their focus to Damascus, hoping that a victory there would reinforce their power in the region. However, the siege of Damascus in 1148 was disastrous. Despite early successes, disagreements between French, German, and local Christian forces weakened the siege. After 4 days, fearing an ambush and seeing no path to victory, the Crusaders were forced to retreat in defeat. The Second Crusade ended in 1149, leaving the Christian states in the Holy Land weakened and vulnerable. The failure damaged the crusading ideal and led to deep disillusionment in Europe. The European powers, divided and often distrustful of one another, could not rally effectively against the organized and resolute Muslim leaders.